to new. So that's um, okay. So we go to new. Okay, so okay. So new and plain. So first thing first, we need to define the grids. So in modeling, I would suggest you that you do it graphically. Don't use the coordinates input. Uh, Aside from uh, time consuming, it's not accurate because you're prone to commit mistake by typing. And grid line is very important. So we are defining grid line. Yes, question. So ABC, and then we have 4 bay. So we have a 4 bay frame. So therefore, number with the typical span. So therefore, number of repeat will be 4, and then the base span is 3. Then you add, and you go to letter C, and this time it's okay. This time it's number. That's correct. So since the story height is not typical, so therefore we are bound to input one by one. So start with Z0, and then 3, and then add, and then 5, and 6.5. So add, and apply, and then close. So right here we have the grid line. And we start first with a column. So add column. So make sure that you have the column. So the default there for this is still column, and you have the section it's say 260. So in case that you don't have that, just add here, and uh, go to Europe if you are in AAC, and then it's say and then you can select here. So in my case, I have already defined it. Okay, so we start with 00, and take note you have to check before you click. A little bit cautious that the joint or the point that you are clicking is really a coincide here. So for this column, we started with 00, and then end with z equals 5. So you can see there z is 5, x0, and y0. So you click that one. And then middle one is until here, and the last one is until here. And you can close that one, and we can see the section shape. And now we are ready to add. So add the truss. We start with the lower one. It doesn't matter whether you start this one and the other one. So it really doesn't matter. And we have the length, which is equivalent to the total bay, and that is 12, 3 by 4, and a height of 1.5, and number of panel length. So one, two, three, four. So four. So that's eight. Okay. So and then next. So there's no distance between the column and the truss. And we select TCD 90 by 10 and CAD again 90 by 10. And for the diagonals, so we have CA 70 by 7, and the post the same with the top chord or bottom chord section. So we have the CED uh, 90 by 10, and then okay. And the next insertion point. So the top chord of the truss will be inserted at this level. So we know that this is 3 meter height. So the height of the truss is 1 meter. So therefore, the insertion point is uh, x0 and y0 and z is 2. So the insertion point is somewhere here. And that will put the top chord on a level of this grid line number 2. So 002 and next. And by the way, the height is not 1.5, it is 1 meter. So next, looks good. And we apply it and okay. So if you notice that the this vertical member, the three vertical members of this truss class with a column. So what we do is we need to delete that. So window select. So your inspector told you that you selected three beams but six nodes. So because when I went to select it, the nodes between the ends are also selected. So we can go delete, and the uh, message here that selected structure fragment contains nodes, yes, with adjoining members that have not been selected. That means kining column. Do you want to delete the members as well? So if you said yes, pati ang column ma-delete. So no ta. No. And then delete only the selected members. So thereby the joint stays there, the node number, and only the member is deleted. Then apply. So if you check the nodes are there, node and here and that here. But the members stayed also. Member number one for this long column, member number two, and member number three. So we try to remove that. Could be a distraction. And again, we add this roof truss, and the length is 12, and the height is 1.5, and the total panel length is 8. And next, So you have here again DCD 90 by 10. DCD 90 by 10 again. And for the diagonals, we have CA 70 by 7. And for the post, same with the section of the top chord and bottom chord. That will be DCD and 90 by 10. So next, insertion point is at the top of the column. So, so right there, X0, Y0, and Z5. And looks good. Now we are ready to apply. And okay, so you have here the model. You can save it. So in my case, that is L4 C. Uh, so every model I do is unique because that's based on the section, class section. So, okay, now we, okay, so for the support, so for the support, it could be, it is safe to Windows select. So, what's happened to this? Okay, so Windows select, laman. So right click lang ha, and select. That means the ang cursor uh, change siya into select mode. Okay? Hindi na sad. Mhm. Di na lang sa ta. The inspector told you you have selected three nodes and zero members. So that's safe. And you apply. So we have completed the model. So when you complete the model, what you do? Of course, you apply the load. And after you apply the load, so that's it. Your job is done. Everything, bending moment diagram, everything, displacement, design. So it's all the work of the software. So that's not your worry. So now we apply the load. So so we have DL1. So DL1, of course, always there. So if you don't add the DL1, that means you are not you have not considered the self weight. And if you imagine this kind of structure is very heavy, so no crane can lift this. So that's why it's very important that the self weight should always be considered because in the load takedown, so the self weight now of the structure will not be considered in your putting design and even in the actual load of the column. So always like that. Add and then someone tong thing. Okay. Okay, and then you have a wind load. Then you add. You have the snow, then you add, and then the port load will be defined. So the fourth load case will be defined later on. So we can close that one. And you start with the wind. So start with wind load and load definition. So the wind load is a uniformly distributed load which is acting parallel to the x-axis on its positive direction. So it's positive 5. Make sure that you mix everything zero except your x, and then you add, and then you select this one and apply. And the next one, you go to the snow, and again, it's a member load. So x0 and z minus 3, and you add. Remove that one, and you select here and here. So we have two members selected, and you apply. And I think that's close. So now we define the uh, moving load. So first, we have to make sure we go to tools, job preference, and your database, and your vehicle or moving load. So you will see it's not here. So I will add user defined. So I could say user. I think this is the user number 6. So and you can type here user defined. So I can type it here also. Uh, this is the difference between previous versions and this latest 2024 versions. And then you have kilonewton and create. So and then select that one and make it as your default or current database. And you click OK. So now we are ready to define our moving load. So go to loads and visual load, moving load. Mhm. So so first, select new, and then mhm, so and then new again, and then you say moving crane, and then okay. So you add the set of concentrated force. So you have 30, x is 1 minus 1.2, and z is 0. Sorry, class. Tabuan minus 1.2. And proceed with the next force. Again, it's 30 and 0. So nasa middle ni siya. So tulo man ni ka force nga mag-move. And kini siya nasa center because ang x niya 0. And then, so another uh, 30, uh, and then x is 1.4 and still 0. So makita nimo class tulo ka force no. So mo ni siyang x is 0. And then ikaduha nga force is nasa front niya and that will be 1.4 distance. So this is 1.4 distance. And then katulong nga for f which is equals to 30 pa rin na siya diya. Okay? By the way, have I told you na ang manual. So you search the AutoCAD Autodesk Robot 2021 user guide installer, and then you install it. You install the user manual. I think the available is 2021 offline because after 2021, starting 2022, all the Autodesk Robot manual always now in the online. But 2021, you can install it anyway, pareha lang naman na siya. So it's good also na makita mo sa manual and mabasa nimo unsay pasabutan ng atong gihimo. So S is 0 kasi usar siya ka line of force. So pag magbutang ta S, say S is 1 meter, therefore naa pa di ay 1 meter nga tulo pagyapon. Ani. So ingana lang na siya. So later on I think sa lesson 5 and we'll be discussing that on Friday na ay duha ka double na siya ang load nga atong moving load. So and after that save to database. So save na to and user 6. Okay. So kung makita nimo ni nanay user code dia user 6 nanay vehicle name nana ni. So uh, okay na siya. So and then uh, add din ka add mo. So okay. So sa akong case na-define na mo gud nako ni. So i-override lang sa akong case. Pero sa inyo siguro kung first time, walay problema. So now na nakadiri sa uh, balik niya. And then type nimo diri moving crane. So this is the fourth load. So in addition to the DL1, Win1, and SN1, so this is the fourth load, moving crane, and then click define. So 100% follow the manual and you are fine. And then ang selection diri polyline, and then you add the starting and ending. So in our case, starts here. So that is so pwede nimong i-type na, pwede sa nimong i-click na lang dire. So kung makita nimo X0 and Z3. So it starts here ang imong moving load. So you can click that one and then mag-end siya straight line. So, pwede po muliko na class. Kung manotice nimo, so ang imuhang polyline is pwede ka mag-define ng any point bisan pag ipatuyok-tuyok pa na nimo. So kita hanggang P1 and P2 lang ta kay straight man. Pero kung ipaliko pa nimo siya, pwede kay polyline man. So as many points as you can kung unsa nga path nga mag-travel ang imuhang moving load. But in our case, so we use this P1 and P2 only. So the next point will be this one. So as you can see, X is 12 here and Y and Z is 3. So if that is confirmed, then you can click. So it's already there. So now we are confining the moving loads up to this line only, up and acting on the top chord because based on the z coordinate, which is 3 meter, that coincides the coordinate also of the top chord. And after that, apply and close. And then it's a steep field. So, uh, 0, 0, -1. Meaning to say, nga ang atong concentrated force vertical lang, vertical, okay? So kung mag-add ka pa og value sa x, kintahay mabutang ka diha 1. So 1 meaning to say on the positive x direction, negative 1 means to say on the negative z direction. So kung mag-add ka pa diha, ang imong moving load at that point, duha ka buok. Naa kay vertical ug naa po kay horizontal. Hmm. Magdugang pag ikag 1 dire, so tulo ka buok. Kung mag 1 pa ka diha, meaning to say tulo ka buok. So imagine nimo 3 points, 3 points sa moving load and then for every point tulo ka force. So na Fz, na and then na Fx, and then na po Fy. So in our example, we have only one. So in that case, so meaning to say that we have only one force acting on the vertical direction, negative z-axis. So there are cases like some crane girders na say we call it centrifugal force. So because of the impact, not only vertical force will be developed, but also the uh, perpendicular to the direction. So that could be py. So that could be one there. So that means duha ka buok. In our case, we use that one. Or maybe we'll try to example x 1. Okay, so duha ka buok. And then mm, an application, so selection na din ta. So meaning to say, pwede nimo ipadagan ang imong moving load diha provided nga ang path imo ginang ma-identify ha. So in this case, you have 1, 2, 3. Sa ato, duha ra 1 and 2. So kaya duha ra ang atong gi-define ganina. And dinhi sa top chord. Okay, so atong i-check ha para sure. So that is member number 5. Sa manual, that is member number 8. Ano man, kay ang una gi-plot ang kining rope truss. Pero sa ako, I intentionally start here para makita na to ang difference na kailangan i-check na to pag dili kay input lang ta ng input og 8, bisag dili na 8, 5 na. So in that case, that is 5 ang top chord ani nga truss. So 5 and parameters, select parameters, and we type here factor point 1 and point 1, and like this, and okay, and apply and close. So basically, our task is done, and now we are ready to analyze. So first, the type of analysis. So since we are applying the structure with a moving load, that means a load that changes as it move. So therefore, we need an iteration. So uh, we define first sa atong preference, and then the structural analysis should be iterative to consider different stresses for every different movements of the moving load, and just click OK. And now we are ready to design, analyze. So for in order for you to check if there's some warnings, by the way, warnings is not bad. It is a help, but error is bad because for error you have to do something and correct it. Warnings is not that's big deal, even though somehow sometimes it will change the stiffness matrix. So in order to find which one, we'll click the warning first, at the first warning, and he said that the super said na kining buong structure nimo ang imong default, which is American code, does not match with the section that you have used because we use the Euro code, but our setup is American code. So there's no problem with that because ang mag-govern man na kung unsa gid nga section ang imong gigamit. So no problem with that. How about the other one? So gitanaw niya nga diri naay instability. So because supposed to be kini nga member atong i-release unta ni siya sa moment. Remember I think pinaka-unang lesson nato nga gi-release nato ni siyang kining posts nga di mag absorb o bending moment, so we make it as a hinge or simple support. So that's the problem right there. So click okay lang na siya. So now we are ready to uh, sh- show. So we go here first and we go to load and moving load. So we'll click this vehicle para makita na to. Vehicle load and apply and okay. So we go to the moving load first. So you can see here the moving load. So now we want to see the animation. Of, if we really have defined it correctly, that indeed this moving load will start here and moves towards here. So we go to animate. So animation and just animate and start. So you can see here that the moving load is really moving. So one thing unique with this software is it will give you the visualization of the moving load. So at least it's easy to check if you can see it graphically than in the tabulated form. So and it will not stop class. It will move on forever. So this is unstoppable until you stop it. So we stop it and we close that one and close that one. And if you want to see the bending moment diagram, the variation of stresses as the moving load is moving, So as the moving load moves, then the stresses will vary, will change accordingly. So let us see. We go to the result and the diagrams. Uh, So again, we discussed the major axis. If you want to see the diagram, so you are looking at the local level. So the major axis of the section is in the y axis, and the minor axis of the section is z, and the x is running along the length of the member or the beam. So if you want to get the bending moment, so we click my, and then we apply. So as the uh, uh, moving crane moves, so we have this bending moment. And on the other direction, I think this is from the start, and it will go like that and like that, and no more, I think. So, and if we get this shear force, so you get that also. So the shear force also like that. And if you move the crane, shear force diagram changes as the crane moves. So same with the axial force, so it changes as the load change or location or position of the uh, just so I think that's it. So that's it. So and next we go next by Friday, inshallah, will go to L5. So ang atong style ni class kung natay opportunity i-grab na to, no? Kasi wata kay bulo wala na sa klase. So anyway, uh, we are done. So don't forget to save that one. Mm. So do you have any question, class? Okay, so I will stop my presentation and then